But in the meantime, it is time for our favorite part, Disgrace of the Week. David?
Well, the Independence Institute this week before this released a report on Governor Polis's promise to cut tax expenditures, special interest tax breaks, and then give the money to the people. What we reported was he did cut some special interest tax breaks by a certain amount, but then he increased other special interest tax breaks by way more. So over 10 years under Polis, we now will have $600 million more in special interest giveaways through the tax code. We do the report. The governor's office can't dispute any of our facts because they're all from Colorado state government documents. So they say, oh, the Independence Institute is a wildly partisan group. You know, I wish whoever that spokesperson is could have been around in 2005 when we were at an Independence Institute in an all-out war with the governor, Republican Governor Owens, when we were fighting his plans for a big tax and borrowing increase.
Eric, your disgrace.
Denver Public Schools, which seems to get the award or the recognition more weeks than not these days. So many of the messes that they're involved in right now are of their own making. And this week, the situation with the young women and the principal from Martin Luther King Jr. Early College, where they have filed a trademark violation on them for a campaign they started of no justice, no peace. Whatever you make of the merits, I'm not even going to go into the merits. This shows everything you want about initiative of young people, education of young people taking the ball, and DPS is now claiming that they own the trademark to that phrase and is effectively suing these young individuals.
A true outrage. That's a good one. Marianne.
I want to address something that is part of the recently concluded trial of Michael Close, who murdered Isabella Fallis in the Ballpark neighborhood in the attempted murder of her boyfriend, Darian Simon. What was interesting to me was the fact that there is one aspect of this case that has not yet, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to come to fruition, and that is, and I'm sorry, Dave, this is going to light you up, but I'm going to do it anyway. The gun that was used, an AK-47, which is banned in the city of Denver, no charges against the owner, a former police officer, and it had an ammunition magazine that allowed the shooter to fire 24 rounds. 15 rounds is the limit by state law in 2013. Where's the charges related to this? If you're going to pass state laws, it would be a nice thing if you actually enforced them.
Tyrone.
And I would just briefly add to that one, the officer involved received no sanction and is now working in Colorado Springs. So much for accountability there. But your last question was on DPD. That's still on my mind. So my disgrace of the week is a new lawsuit filed now on behalf of a high-ranking sergeant at DPD alleging sexism and racism. They're just continue to be rife with issues and problems.
Truly an outrage. All right, very quickly, say something nice.
That woman over there, Marion Goodland, won 3 individual press awards for her journalism from the Colorado Press Association.
So true. Aaron.
Thank you.
It's Rosh Hashanah starting Sunday night into Monday. Happy New Year, Lashana Tova to our Jewish viewers and friends.
Thanks. Marianne.
Denverite's Kyle Harris had a great story Friday morning about a guy who goes up and down bike trails pulling goat heads, which is the bane of every cyclist in the metro area. So a salute to Goathead Greg, a.k.a. Greg Scomp, who has saved more cyclist tires and money than he can ever possibly imagine.
And Tyrone.
Fall. It actually feels like fall finally. I'm a California transplant, so I came here, wasn't used to any seasons, and so I always get really excited when the seasons change, and going from summer to fall is one of those. And it's great to see everyone come around all the great harvests and autumn festivals. Yep.
That is so true, and that is definitely all the time we have for tonight's episode of A Colorado Inside Out. For more great programming, please visit pbs12.org, and you can also share your thoughts with us at CIO@pbs.org. I'm Patty Cal.